Good morning, good morning, good morning. Curvies in the house. Good morning. Welcome to Larger Curves this morning. I hope you're fantabulous. I hope that you woke up bright eyed and bushy tailed on the right side of the bed these days, okay? Because we only have 20 days left to Christmas and not that many days left to freaking 2023, you guys. I hope y'all are ready for it. Good morning again. Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves this morning. Hey, a little housekeeping. Can you smash some buttons on your way in? Smash the like button if you haven't already. Smash the subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video and so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in these YouTube streets on Larger Curves. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine on Friday and I was like, we were talking about all the current events and everything and some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. And I told my friend, I said, you know what, friend? I said, I'm so glad I had you to talk to about this because I was going to go live about it. But I'm feeling like these topics are a little saturated in the YouTube streets right now. And, you know, I love doing what I do. I love getting on here, sharing with my curvies and sharing my POV and everything. And my friend told me, you know what? I think you should still go live because I feel like the curvies would like to hear your POV. So here I am. I had a meeting this morning. The people didn't show up. And I was like, well, let me not waste this up energy that I have and let me go live. Okay. So this morning we're going to do news that broke. Okay. We're going to be doing news that broke. And here are some of the topics we're going to be doing. Look at these images and tell me if you know why we're going to be talking about them. Did you see that? So lower left-hand corner, we have Jerry Jones from Dallas Cowboys. He owns them, you know. And that black and white picture that he's pointing to is of him when he was 14 at a segregationist thing, yelling at some black people that they can't get in somewhere because this is our America. And then next to him was LeBron James, who brought up, hey, why aren't y'all asking me about Jerry Jones? Y'all, at the press conference after they had the Lakers game, LeBron James wanted to know why weren't the reporters pressed to ask him about Jerry Jones and this segregationist photo, but they love asking LeBron about Kyrie and Ye anyway. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about this morning. Then, of course, we got to talk about the Balenciaga babies, you guys. Those two little images right there are the little girls holding bondage bears. I went back and I looked at those pictures in detail, and those are disgusting. And then, of course, we have the tag team that happened to Mia Thornton because her and her sympathy post got her in trouble again. You know, she posts and delete. She thinks she Lisa Rinna. She be posting and deleting, y'all. And so Mia Thornton, we're going to have to talk about her. We're going to have to talk about Mo Samuels being out again from reality TV. She made a statement. And then my thing right here, it's over Herschel Walker. Let me take that off. Here, let's take that off. That's Herschel Walker in the corner, y'all. And you know, he running for something in Georgia. And he likes being a werewolf. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then I had some other things that I don't necessarily have a picture for. But here, look at the picture again. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, so we'll be getting into it. Let me check these comments real quick. OMG, look at all my curvies came out to play this morning. Let's do a roll call, shake it up, roll call, shake it up. My name is Large, just shake it up. Happy that you're here, shake it up. Roll call, shake it up. Gabrielle's in the house. Ms. Bugbutt, Fifi, ST, and DV are some of the curvies in the house this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time. Hey, I hope you guys are ready for some fun. I didn't get my screen split right before I came on. Of course, technical difficulties were upon me, but I could fix that real quick and in a hurry. Let me do this. Oh, I can leave that open because I want you guys. We're going to start with let's just start with this Balenciaga atrocities, because I want you guys to look at these images. And me and my girl were having many conversations about it this week. One of my friends here in these YouTube streets, we were actually kind of triggered by these images, you guys. Let me put that over there. And then over here, I'm going to have us. Awesome. Make It Make Sense is in the house, you guys. You guys be sure to check out Make It Make Sense much later. Today, I think he's going to be having part 2 of his talk with the other person who's been tag teaming Mia. In these streets, Miss Tita Talks. Love her, and Make It Make Sense. They had an interview with her last night, and we will get to the rest of it, I'm sure, over on his channel this morning. Yes, love that topic. Thank you. We're gonna get into it. Your friend was correct. Oh no, my goodness. Thank you, Fifi. Much appreciated. Hi, DV. There is so much going on. Yes, right? Yes, like was already hit. Happy Sunday, everyone. Bonjour, Gabrielle. Hello, happy Sunday. Yes. Oh, it's going to be next week. Okay. So Tita Talks, you guys go subscribe to Make It Make Sense if you haven't already. And hit the bell so you can get notified when he does part 2 of his talk with Tita. Okay, because she got a lot of talking to say. I love her. So let's just jump right in, and we could start with this Balenciaga image. Let's share the screen. Share the window. Share this window. Oh wait, it doesn't like that. Something sharing. Let's X this one. Now, if I say share, let's see if it allows me. Okay, share. Yeah, I talk it out, okay? And they're both Chrome tab? Nope. I don't know. Can you guys see that? There it goes. Okay. Natashki, look, you came right on time, darling. Natashki's in the house, you guys. Can we give her a warm round of applause? Yes. This is my level 8 sister. Yes, my level 8 sisters in the house. And look what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are the Balenciaga images that were it should be more on the news, you guys. I mean, if I have to look at every freaking news outlet from CNN to Fox to MSNBC talk about Kanye and his tirades and how they're oh so anti-Semitic, then I should be hearing a lot about this pedophilia stuff over there in the Balenciagas, allegedly, okay? Because look at these images. There's a lot of questions that I have. I have a question as momager, like who was in charge of making sure little Becky in this picture was safe during this thing? She's taking, look at what's on the table in front of Becky. Okay, we're going to call this little girl Becky. Not only is she holding a bondage bear who basically has on all the things that a person, am I froze? Can you guys hear me at all? Let me see. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm still here. It's just blacking out. I don't know why it did that, you guys. Error occurred. Virtual background effect usually occurs if the device isn't powered. Oh, it says that it's using lots of resources. Duh, I'm using lots of resources. Okay, and that's how it's going to have to be. Okay, Royer's in the house. No way. And Stephen Crisco's in the house. What you say? Oh, some of my faves are here. Thank you. Excellent. Awesome. Okay. So let's look at what's on the table. Thank you guys for being here. You know I love you. Yeah, isn't this gross? So, as like if my kid was doing a modeling shoot, I probably would have picked up on these things that they're modeling in front of. Like it's really interesting. It's kind of creepy, you guys. So the little kid is on the couch holding a bondage bear, um, and with their legs open in front of this table, like, hey, this is the spread, right? And then it has these cups, which could also be phallic symbols. And then it has these clips and pins, like why. And then it has this dog collar dog bowl with spikes and dog chains and collars and stuff, further symbolizing the BDSM stuff, in my opinion, allegedly. These wicks on these candles could be phallic symbols also. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Am I reaching? Am I reaching? But I think it's a lot. I'm gonna go up to the top one before I come down to little girl right here. Let's go back up because there was a other picture. Did it go up? Okay, it's spinning. But isn't that gross, you guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go. And this little girl, she doesn't look really happy to be there. I wonder, did they say, better not smile? You better not smile to this little girl. Because most models that are kids, like you want to see them smile, you want to see that kid joy. But look at this. So this one, it's a very gothic scene, okay? So we have dragons in the background. We have night stuff going on. We have another bondage bear, and this one has a lock around neck, okay? With a fishnet shirt on, and bondage stuff for your ankles and bondage stuff for the. Oh my God! Did Balenciaga do that, you guys? Did Balenciaga kick me off for going into detail on these pictures? Oh my God! You know that I can freaking. Oh my God! You know what? That whole thing just crashed. Oh my God! That whole thing just crashed, you guys. Um, that's crazy. Okay, let me try to get it back. It totally crashed. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Wasn't that crazy? Yeah, so let's take a look at these comments. Yes, it was gross in our opinion, for sure. You hear me fine. Hello, Royer. Thank you. It's back. Okay, I tell you exactly, right? That is disgusting for children to be involved. And I'm like serious. Like if my kid was a model, I would still be concerned with their modeling around. I wouldn't have my kid doing no Blue Lagoon shoot. Those of you who don't know or who might be very young, when I was growing up, there was this model. Her name was Brooke Shields. And Brooke Shields was basically doing kiddie porn, allegedly. Because in the 70s, it was a lot more wild, wild west and loose goose willy nilly. I mean, they could get away with a lot of stuff in the 70s, right? So Brooke Shields did a couple of campaigns in the nude as a child and there wasn't a lot of flack for it. Nobody thought twice about it, really. But then she did this movie when she was underage. She was not an 18-year-old. She was like a teenager. a young teenager, and she did this movie called Blue Lagoon, where her and this dude ended up on an island, and they had to raise each other, and she got pregnant, and but she was all it was all underage, you guys. Check it out. I don't know where you can even watch it anymore. Blue Lagoon. But I wouldn't have let my kid act in that movie. I would have been like, why is my 12-year-old being pregnant in this movie? Okay. Um, and I would have passed on it, actually. But Brooke Shields' mom didn't see a problem with it and allowed her to act in that movie, which is her choice. I don't have none. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that I'm about to talk about Balenciaga, but I feel like the parents of these children models actually have a huger concern for me because, dude, all money ain't good money, okay? All money ain't good money. And if it's a picture that the kid has to be ashamed of later or questioned about later or is going to put some nasty pornographic energy on, I don't want my kid to represent that, you know? I'm not sure how much Balenciaga is paying these children models to stand there with bondage stuff either. Let's see. So I'm going to go back into, let's see if Firefox feels like playing with me again. Balenciaga ad. If it, okay, images. Let me just do that. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Okay, let's go here. The cut, the cut. Is that where we were and it went crazy? Where are the images? Oh, look, they went and shut down the Balenciaga store, you guys, it looks like. Window, window. Okay, look. So I got it back up. This is from The Cut. Shout out to The Cut. Um, and this is a store near Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. This was taken this week. Yeah, children are not sexual objects, not for sex. Exactly. Like, that's disgusting. View Instagram. Let's see. So we got to go over to the Twitter. Not now. Okay, and we were on the little girl's picture. Okay, so here's the one we were on. So if we look at this picture, the bear has a locket on its neck. Anybody who knows about SMBD, and I know a little bit about it because I actually have a Graybee. The 50 Shades of Grey book, yeah, I was into it. And second read, second book, by that time, I was my second geriatric pregnancy, okay? Because me and husband tried a number of things in the book, okay? And so this is like very hypersexual to have this lock on. So if you're an SMBD and you have the lock on, that means you're the sub and the dom has the key. The dominant person has the key. All these little chains right here in front of, like on this mat in front of them. I mean, why? Why does this have to be in the ad with this little girl? That's disgusting, you guys. Let's take a look at another picture. Oh, so then this photo was in the same ad campaign along with the children. And these documents on the table are specifically about a child pedophile case that where they want to make it okay to be those. Okay, so it's MAP, minor attracted person is the way that they rebranded themselves. You guys know that they call themselves MAPs, and that's the little emoji they use also to identify themselves. And then there's pizza emojis, there's map emojis, there's all kind of, I mean, there's a whole freaking world. A whole new world. Yeah, so these it says that this right here says pornography or sex between might be over by the term brought actually. Yeah, this is all about sex, you guys. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wanted to get back to that little girl because the little black girl they had standing in front of the stuff, I was very taken aback. Okay, and then here's the other picture. So their homepage, it has this little girl with the lock on the neck, right? And then within the further ad, there's another photo right under of a man with the key to the lock on his finger, which looks very peetish, okay? Okay? So this old man had the ring for the lock for the little girl's teddy bear. You guys. You guys. You guys. Look. Why does this freaking teddy bear need one of these harnesses on? Look at that. And then we will I wish, oh, can't watch that. It won't show me back to the other one. Let's try to get it. Let's try to get back to that other picture. I was just going to show you the little black girl in the ad. And in front of her, it literally had it looked like a butt plug on the table, you guys. Disgusting. With is it gonna pop up? Images. Where'd it go? Look, I said with black girl, and it pulls up Kim Kardashian, you guys. I said Balenciaga ad with black girl. You see this? Balenciaga ad with black girl, and it pulls up Kim Kardashian, you guys. Even though she's gone through a unblackening, she's trying to rebrand and make us forget she pretended to be black for over a decade. But I guess Google has other plans because it's going to associate her with being the black girl for Balenciaga. Okay, let's see. Where is the image? I was just, darn. I'm sorry. The thing crashed. So, oh, here it is. Bam. Bam. Okay. So in front of the little black girl, these apparatuses, look at these freaking things, you guys. What is that? They said, don't blame the photographer. Here we go. Okay. So in front of her, what is this pink thing? What is this? Is this like one of those harness things for your mouth? Like, what is it? I thought this pink thing was a butt plug, but it might not be, you guys. It might not be. But it's just, I can't tell what is this stuff. Maybe I need to shop. Oh, hey, Daddy. What is this? Look how so you see this bondage bear? My husband's taking a look at these images for the first time, you guys. Isn't this disgusting? And look at this other one. Let me show you.
And that's why they're distracting us so hard with Ye and Kanye. With Kanye and
yeah, so then we don't have to talk about this.
So they won't talk about that they're raping kids.
Yeah. Oh, you can't say the R word, Daddy. We on live.
Sorry.
We on live. And then look how she's laying there like she doesn't really want to be here, you guys. Look at that. And then the bondage bear is right by her butt. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay, you guys. It's not okay. So Balenciaga alleges that North Six Inc. purposefully included the legal documents in the ad without telling the fashion brand. But you know, every movie, every series I've ever seen about fashion, Devil Wears Prada, I mean, the editing process is very detailed, and lots of people look at these images before it gets okayed. They look at it with that little thing, you guys, that make sure your diamond doesn't have flaws before they freaking say, okay, go ahead and put this in. They look at the picture to make sure. I mean, they literally had to look at this picture. At least 10 people, 10 different departments would have had to say, okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah, that's great. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, send it over. Uh-huh. Love it. Oh, you better hurry up. We have a deadline to meet. I mean, that's what they were saying every time they got one of these pictures, you guys. And it made it to print. And now everybody is scrambling because they got found out and nobody thinks it's funny or cute. So at first Balenciaga apologized. Then Balenciaga said that they didn't know and that they were going to sue whoever did it. Then Balenciaga said that it's the ad people. Then Balenciaga said it was the photographer. But the entire time, Balenciaga has bears with bondage stuff on them for the photographer to take the picture of. So it still starts at Balenciaga, allegedly. Okay, where's my damn banner? Where's my banner at? Bam. So I'm just thinking that Balenciaga knew what Balenciaga was doing. Okay, let's take a look at these comments. It's very, very frightening. Yes. Yeah, they're scrubbing the site right now. Oh, it's back. Okay, here we were right about here. Okay, Fifi says no one thought this was inappropriate. Exactly, Fifi. It had to pass through a number of different hands before it made it to print. And everybody was fine with it until we had a problem with it. Okay? Fifi said they're probably scrubbing the site now. Yeah, I'm telling you, it like literally crashed while I was in the middle of it. Yes, Larger. Brooke Shields has spoken about this. It was abusive to her as a child. Yes. Disgusting to make her go through that stuff. It was so, oh my gosh. Her aunt actually, not only Brooke Shields, but what's my good other girl that I used to love? Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster, freaking, what was it? Allie McPherson, Jodie Foster, Brooke Shields, practically anyone that was in the Bad News Bears from the originals in the 70s. Yeah, they probably, it was a form of freaking, it was a lot, you guys. It was a form of abuse. My mom was outraged. I remember that. Yes, about the Blue Lagoon. Yes. Royer says, why didn't they have adults do this? Exactly. There are adults who carry around bears and bags as coats and sweaters. Exactly. Because, Royer, because nobody thought it was a problem. Everybody thought it was cute. It's a form of indoctrination, actually. If you really think about what they're trying to do, you put out an image as if it's okay. And then you put the little words that your mind doesn't pick up in front, like right here on the documents on the table here. Let's move your comment for a second, Royer. So the documents on the table, along with these images, gives our brains subliminal programming. Look it up. Subliminal messages they used to have sex etched in ice cubes in drinks in the 50s, you guys. They used to have subliminal messaging all the time in ads so that you didn't know that when you bought it that, oh, I think I'm going to be sexy when I have this, but it was because of the subliminal messaging in the ads. For a school project in the 70s and 80s growing up, when we still had magazines, we would have to go get magazines for a school project, tear out the ads, and try to look and see if we could find the word sex in the ice cubes, and look to see if we could find the subliminal messages in the printed media that we had access to. And as a school project, because it was known even then, right? So Royer said, this is disgusting, and was pitched by someone whose mind is nasty and perverted. You ain't never lied, Royer. The parents need to be locked up for allowing this. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the parents that let the kids go over to R. Kelly's house, right? And the parents that let the kids go to anybody's house for any of that kind of stuff. I still even think that even Kris Jenner, who practically pimps her daughters out for money, is like a form of this too, like allegedly. Finally, so someone has some values. Exactly, right? Tell them. Whoa. Yes, the Supreme Court decision that CP is not free speech. And that's the argument, that it's a form of free speech. To be a P, to be a map is a form of free speech, you guys. There should be counsel for this crap, definitely. I mean, but all indoctrination, the kids are the key, right? So anytime a civilization is overtaken, the new winners, the conquerors, they have to separate the children from the parents of the conquered tribe, because if the elders can teach the children what they used to know, then they'll be less likely to be indoctrinated into the new way of thinking. But if you take away the elders and only leave the children's pliable, young, moldable minds, then they are ripe for the picking and indoctrination into whatever new thoughts you need them to partake of. So it's disgusting. Let's see. You can't make this stuff up. What in all the blanks? Yes. People wonder why normal people think that Hollywood is messed up, right? Hollywood. I mean, we hear about the sex parties, we hear about the rituals, we hear about the satanic stuff, we hear about all the programming that goes on, and it's all for air quotes entertainment, you guys. I'm not entertained with this. I'm disgusted. I don't have any Balenciaga, and I'm not really into like labels that just put the word all over the stuff. I mean, I love Dapper Dan. I love his kind of stuff, but it felt like Balenciaga was trying to pull a Dapper Dan with just putting Balenciaga all over everything. Just Balenciaga everywhere on the outside. Like, what happened to a nice hidden inconspicuous label, Balenciaga? What happened to that? I don't know. Those images should not even be in the same room. So very sick. Yes, the parents should be investigated. Holly weird. The name Balenciaga translated in Latin is "No way, ball is king." No way. We're going to have to look at that. Let's look. Balenciaga definition. Let's see. No way. Okay, where we have to go? In Latin. Balenciaga Latin. It does. Oh my God, 2 days ago. You can't make these things up. What does Balenciaga mean in Latin? Balenciaga's ongoing controversy, blah, da, 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 da. Along with accusations of sexualizing children, some of Balenciaga's critics have claimed that the brand is linked to Satanists and used in an attempt to translate the word as Latin is proof. Okay. On Twitter, user type Balenciaga into Google Translate tool for a translation. No, you don't need to know where I am. From Latin into English. The user shared what the screenshot on Twitter, and it came out as "do what you want." The tweet also showed Presumed was Husa. Okay, so you can't make these things up. Balenciaga in Latin translates to the satanic credo, do what thou wilt. It's all adding up. That is crazy. Here it is. Balenciaga. Baal is king. Okay, that is crazy. Baal is the original word for owner, master, lord of the Semitic language before it came to refer to a false god or Beelzebub in Islam and Christianity. However, some textbooks of magic and demonology, Baal is described as the demon king with a hoarse voice who could make men invisible. Both translations were picked up. Look, Daddy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
Both
America's turn.
it's crazy. Yeah. Both translations were picked up by conspiracy theorists to prove Balenciaga is linked to the occult. Okay, whatever. Somebody came and said that it's not right, but I'm going with this stuff looks devilish enough for it to be right. That's crazy. Do what thou wilt. Baal is king, not my king. That's crazy. You guys, thank you, sister. Okay, let's go back over here. Yes, we just saw Miss Bug Butt. It was the same concept with cigarettes. Yes. You were cool if you smoked this. Yes. But in the ad of cigarettes, they would make the smoke even like do words that only your subconscious could conceive. Okay. The plot is thick, you guys. If you break it up, it translates that the company has always been nefarious. Yes. Wow, it makes so much sense now, Steven says, Natasha. The real John John. I never knew that. Thanks for being here, the real John John. Hey, it looks like you're new. I don't remember you being here before. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Okay, so look, this one dive, you guys, this one dive is taking forever already. So that's just the first news story is Balenciaga. I love this interaction that we're having because me and Natasha have been talking about this since the news broke, that why isn't this on MSNBC every day, every night? Why isn't this on CNN every day, every night? Why aren't they doing something to protect these kids every day, every freaking night? Because if they come for these kids, they coming for your kids next, you guys. Okay? Okay? Crazy. Oh, I love you back. No worries. No worries. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So the next thing I want to show you guys is, let me close these other windows because it does not, it kind of feels like the thing doesn't want to participate. But let's look at LeBron James, Jerry. Can we do that? Yeah. So did you guys know that LeBron James had some thoughts about Jerry Jones and why the press doesn't ask them questions? Here, let me stop my share before I share my password. Oh yeah, that's not my usual browser. That's why it's asking me stupid questions. Let's get this one open. Okay, so we close that, and we close this, and we close that, and we open this. Balenciaga Bear, bye-bye. So if I go over here to Instagram, I had sent this over to my good friend, Naughty Love Crew. Anybody who doesn't know, check her out in these YouTube streets. So, okay, let's present and share the screen again. Share my screen. Share my window. Share this one. Share. Okay, see if it'll let us for a minute. So if I go in here and I find Naughty, I know I sent it to her. And then I go up here. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk. Here we go.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that. Okay. Hold on. And I don't want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I'm going to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, Black people, have been through in America. And I feel like Black man, as a Black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage, it's on the bottom ticker, it's action about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. It seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened, okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it. I got one question for you guys.
Okay, so the photo he's talking about is Jerry Jones, the current owner of the Dallas Cowboys, you guys. Yes, the current owner of the Dallas Cowboys. So if you go to your Google, type in Jerry Jones segregation, it'll pop up just like this. That Jerry Jones has never hired a Black coach. And it might be because when our boy Jerry Jones was 14, he was here in 1957. Photo of Jerry Jones reminds us how recent America's past is. So this right here is Jerry Jones. These are some little Black boys trying to get in somewhere. And these Black boys, Black men, young Black men are being stopped in their tracks, being blocked from progress by a group of white men and white people. Defiant white students at North Little Rock High School block the doors of the school, denying access to 6 Black students enrolled in the Arkansas school on September 9th, 1957. Moments later, those students were shoved down a flight of stairs onto the sidewalk, and where the police had to break up an altercation. So these kids pushed these little Black kids down and wouldn't let them in the school because they didn't even want, okay, we gotta go there, you guys. So they wouldn't let these kids into a school. You may or may not know that if you were African American in this country, it was against the law to know how to read. Against the law. It was breaking the law to teach Black people how to read. So then they finally get the right to read, get the right to vote, get the right to get all the stuff. And now, hey, now we have a right to go to school, right? But the powers that be had instilled in their youngsters also that, hey, this shouldn't happen. We need to stop these Black people from getting educated in the same system that we're offered education. To the point where at 14, Jerry Jones, who would later own the Dallas Cowboys, took his ass to the march, you guys. Took his ass to the protest, you guys, so that he could help stop Black people's progress and the education of Black men. We could get in the rabbit hole that it's been said lately that a lot of these sports are actually new slave grounds. The football field is a new plantation. The basketball court is a new plantation. Because once you are a team member for these teams, they own your likeness, they own your thoughts. You can't post, you can't talk, you can't say nothing about things in current time without being anti-Semitic or a problem or spreading hate or whatever. But in the not so distant past, this was being done. This was only in 1957, you guys. It's only 2022. That's less than 100. That's right about 100 years ago. It's almost 100 years ago. That's too soon. So if the Holocaust happened within the last 80 years, 100 years, then this happened within the last 80 years, 100 years. And Black people's persecution continues in this country. And I feel like Jerry Jones has some splaining to do, you guys. I feel like Jerry Jones needs to denounce segregation, racism, and Jim Crow type laws right now in 2022. He needs to denounce it. I think Jerry Jones needs a list of 6 things at least he needs to do before he can own a team full of Black men in 2022. I think Jerry Jones needs to apologize unequivocally 2011 times to Black people for the damage and hurt his participation in the segregation did towards my people. I feel like Jerry Jones needs to, hey, where's that list Kyrie had to do? Let's look at the list. Let's look at Kyrie's list. So they said Kyrie needed to apologize and condemn the film he promoted. So I feel like Jerry Jones needs to apologize unequivocally and condemn the protest he promoted and participated in. I feel like Jerry Jones needs to make a $500 million donation. Yeah, $1 million, because he's a team owner. So he has $500 million at his disposal. He needs to make a $500 million donation to an anti-hate cause, specifically about anti-Black hate, okay? That's led and run by Black people, okay? He needs to complete sensitivity training for him and all his coaches. After he denounces what he participated in, he needs to complete sensitivity training. He needs to complete anti-Black training. He needs to meet with Black leaders and his team members to talk about how he's changed and how he knows it's hurt them. And then he needs to meet with the team players to demonstrate an understanding of the situation. You guys, how about that? Because this right here doesn't get to just go. You don't get to own a team full of black men and have participated in their downfall for their ancestors. You don't get to. You don't get to never hire a black coach or hardly have a black quarterback because you further perpetuate the idea of supremacy for your race over another race when your team wouldn't even be great without our melanin. Oh God, I went there. I was just supposed to be doing breaking news, you guys. I'm sorry. But this triggered me. Because like LeBron says, when anything happens to my people, it's all shh, shh. Don't say that. Get over it. It happened so long ago. Let it go. My parents didn't own slaves. My dad didn't participate. You guys need to just let that go and keep moving on. Yeah, we're going to change all the textbooks to say that you guys were not slaves and that you were workers. So we're denouncing slavery, but you better not denounce the Holocaust. We can go on and on. But I just needed to share this for a minute. Okay. So let's see. The real John says Jerry Jones been put on blast many times for his treatment with blacks. We help make him rich by supporting his team. Exactly. Facts. Larger curves. Exactly. The new slavery is a sports field. Yes. And it doesn't stop there. I mean, there's like digital plantations going on. I always call TikTok a digital plantation because they are quick to get the Negroes in line over there. They will shut down your account if you're too black and happy or too black and woke in a heartbeat. You will get bombarded with account violations because it's the digital plantation. Okay? Digital plantations are even happening. And just like here in YouTube, the algorithm messes with melanated content creators on a regular. People hit my bell. They be saying the bell didn't go off. I wonder why. I don't know. Maybe because my content is black centric sometimes. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing, allegedly. Who knows? Yeah, he won't. These people are secretly wishing for the... Yes, exactly. Fifi says, the skeleton's falling out of the closets. Imagine the conversation if he had disclosed this information himself. Yeah, that could have been a powerful moment. People still want to support his team. I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan. Maybe, yeah, not particularly. But I mean, that was before this even came out. Yes. Oh, hell yes, Natasha. George Washington was the biggest slave owner in the U.S. Exactly. They have benefited and were able to pass down their generational wealth. Okay, we're going to talk about that too, because here in California, the generational wealth has been addressed. And so that's on our list. Great point, S-Team. Ms. Bugbud says, speak. Yes, yes, yes. What? I don't use TikTok, right? Well, so my account is still active, but I just haven't posted anything in months. Because yeah. It's crazy. Why was TikTok after you? Happy dancing. It's giving 1 + 1 = 2, right? Okay, so I was happy dancing, Natasha, but that was when they forced me to happy dance. Because if you go to my account and look at like the whole first 6 months of posting was George Floyd. George Floyd was happening. That's when I joined TikTok, was when George Floyd was happening. And in IRL, I participated in like the Oscar Grant protest and many other protests about police brutality and excessive force and the murdering of unarmed, non-threatening Black people. I've been to many a protest, and I would take my baby in his baby carriage. Yeah, it was a family event. So the whole first 6 months of TikTok, I was cyber protesting because the demic was happening. And I was like, no, I'm keeping my mask on. I know I want to go outside, but I don't feel the protests yelling at the top of my lungs, walking into the person's breath in front of me is the smartest thing in the middle of the demic. So I opted for cyber protesting, which, as it turns out, may still get me in trouble, but hopefully not. I didn't say anything too bad. I did a lot of reposting. Um, but yeah, in other countries, did you guys know? In other countries, they have you can get put in jail for your Facebook post if you denounce the Holocaust. You can get put in jail for 4 months for denouncing the Holocaust and saying that it didn't happen. Did you guys know that? So I need to be careful what the hell I say over here because who knows what they'll decide is the wrong thing I said. Yeah. Oh, look, Natasha's, oh my God, level 7. I never downloaded it, the China talk. I know, right? And I wasn't gonna. And then I was bored in the demic and I was like, oh, how fun. And because I totally missed the Vine thing and all of that. I didn't do that a lot. And so, yeah, I was totally in on TikTok. They got my definite digital footprint on there. Oh, so they were like, she's got to go. Yeah. So if I wasn't doing what they felt was, you know, happy-go-lucky slapstick, shucking and jiving is what they preferred from me. Um, yeah, they were like, "Oh, your account is violating the guidelines," and they would call what I said hate speech when all I was pointing out was hate speech. I'm surprised that Aunt Karen on TikTok has lasted so long because I was doing the exact same thing, and they were like, "Bitch, we shutting your account down. Post one more thing. We dare you." We dare you. That's what they basically said. Yikes. Yeah, it was horrible. Because I showed you love my dancing videos in between. They'll throw yes. They will definitely put yes. Oh my gosh. I need to stop. I need to stop, but I can't. So this photo, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that at 14, Jerry Jones was set in his racist, white supremacist ways? Or do you think that he evolved into a progressive Renaissance man that is all inclusive and diverse in his loving and treatment? Or do you think that this photo of him at 14 is, exactly why he's never had a black coach in 2022? You know what I mean? To me, I feel like it goes hand in hand. I don't feel like if you were at a segregationist rally that you owning a team of black men is a reach. Hello? Okay, so that was my other thing. And then let's go back over here. Let's just listen to LeBron one more time.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the George Jones. When the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask this question.
Okay.
Hold on.
I do not own the rights to this.
When I watch Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like this black man, this black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage, it's on the bottom ticker, it's action about every single day. It seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all made mistakes, I get it. It seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened, okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it. I have one question for you guys.
And I'm disappointed too. Because, yeah. It's no bueno. But somebody said something about the wealth gap. So here in California, Play Black Wall Street, shout out to Play Black Wall Street, showed the article about how in 2022 here in California, our wonderful governor, Gavin Newsom, is let the talks go through a California task force studying the long-term effects of slavery and systematic racism on Black residents in the state has estimated a whopping $569 billion in reparations is owed to the descendants of enslaved people, according to a report. The 9-member panel concluded that Black Californians whose ancestors were in the U.S. in the 19th century are due $223,000 each due to housing discrimination practices utilized from 1933 to 1977. The New York Times reported. The work of the Reparations Task Force, which was created by legislation Governor Gavin Newsom signed in 2020, and the potential payouts represent the largest reparations effort in recent history. We're looking at a reparations on scale that is the largest since the Reconstruction. Jovan Scott Lewis, a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, who is one of the 9 members, told the Times. The task force hopes to shrink the wealth gap between white and Black Californians. Nationwide, Black households have a median wealth of $24,000, which pales in comparison to white households where the median wealth is $188,000, according to the most recent Federal Reserve survey of consumer finances cited by the paper. A history of housing discrimination against Black Californians makes up a significant portion of the compensation the panel recommends. Several Black communities were bought out or seized through eminent domain to be bulldozed for infrastructure projects, according to the panel's findings. So, eminent domain, do you guys know what that is? Eminent domain, they used to use it a lot in Oakland. They used it a lot in Oakland, my hometown, Oakland, California. California! Yeah, they're about to name a street after Too Short, by the way. It's the right of the government or its agent to expropriate private property for public use with payment of compensation. So that just means they get to walk around and take shit from Black people and say, oh, we need this for public use. You need to leave. Here's $1. They can do it to anybody, but it's notoriously used on minorities. It's a like we talked about the other day, it's a form of colonization. Eminent domain is colonization. Freaking gentrification is colonization. Okay? It's new, different, same wheel, different day. Okay? It's you take what's already owned and say, I want this for me. I'm going to use this for mine. But I discovered this, but it's your house and your TV is on when they get there, you guys. And then somebody comes and they're like, I discovered this. Now this is mine. Okay? How do you guys look. I agree with what Fifi says. We will only be able to tell by Jerry Jones' actions now that the photo has surfaced. Like if he spends the rest of his waking days, which I don't know, according to the wrinkles on his skin suit, I'm not sure how long it goes. And you know your girl sells life insurance. And life insurance, men are expected to live to a good 80 and women to 84. So I'm not sure. But if he spends the rest of his days making it right, spending every day to make atonement and for everything that he's done to us as Black people, then yeah, maybe he'll get into the pearly white gates that he's trying to get into. Let's see. That's true, right? The only way to reduce wealth gap is to give every black family a down payment on a home, like 100,000 or more. Well, yeah, that's what they're saying. So this 200,000, where'd it go? So this 200,000 each would be a good down payment on a couple of homes, right? Um, I think that's a good idea, but I think it actually needs to be more. I mean, when you figure that the infrastructure that's currently used and the industries that are currently used in America were started by enslaved workers that still have blood here, and the country is booming and has boomed. I mean, is even that much enough when you really think about it? But I mean, at least it's something, right? At least it's something. Because I know, like the Japanese, when the Japanese people got reparations, it was what, $40,000, and when Chinese Americans got reparations for internment camps, it was like what, $30,000. I don't know. So based off of that number, it feels big, but based off of what was done to create the country that we live in, it's nothing, right? Not to mention the 40 acres and a mule we were promised. Not to mention all of that stuff, right? So, but I mean, well, I'll take what we can get. I'm glad to be living in California, where I'm up to, where our family's in line, because we've been here since the 1800s. So, yeah, let's look at that. Have y'all ever heard of the town in Oklahoma that was established by Black Americans and they came and destroyed it? Yes, Greenwood. Hey, let's take a look at it. There's a list of Black towns that were either bombed or destroyed. You want to look? Let's take a look. Black towns bombed by in Oklahoma. Let's start there. There was a race massacre in 1921. And you know, what was that series? Dang, The Watchmen. Did you guys watch The Watchmen with Regina King? That talked about this a lot. I had already known about it as being a Black person, but that had talked about it a lot. No, we won't be subscribing today. But the Tulsa Race Massacre, yep. In Greenwood, Black Greenwood neighborhood of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, one of the worst incidents of racial violence in history. Fueled by oil money, Tulsa was a growing, prosperous city in the population of more than $100,000. I mean, more than a population of 100,000 people, sorry. And here are some photos of what happened. Let's see. See, they were just blowing everything up. People were living in these houses. Did you know the government of the United States dropped bombs like out of a plane, like they were driving, like they were over the Nazis in Germany, dropped bombs on American citizens because they were Black? Did you guys know that happened there? Did you know that? Yeah, it did. So around 9 p.m., a group of 25 armed Black men, many of which were World War I vets, you guys. Yeah, so that's a whole rabbit hole that happened. Let's get back over here. Exactly, 200,000. It is known that 5 trillion was stolen from Black people. Exactly. Natasha, yes, I watched the documentary about it. It's so sad. That's similar town in Georgia, and they flooded it. Yep. Did you guys hear about the flood town? Let's look at that. Town in Georgia that is Lake now. Lake Lanier, right? Lanier. Lake Lanier. see. There it is. So now that there's this beautiful lake that they currently use, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God. Isn't it so pretty? You guys, Lake Lanier, isn't it great? Doesn't it look like, oh my gosh, let's get a paddle boat and go out there. Let's go. Oh my gosh, look how pretty, look how fun. You want to know something about Lake Lanier? History. Lake Lanier was named after a poet and Confederate Army veteran, Sidney Lanier. Yes, the town. Lake Lanier was forced upon the land of those affluent, self-sufficient blacks. The Beaufort Dam was created and flooded in order to cover up the hidden horror of the county's past. There seemed to be very little punishment for the racial injustice and egregious to some, but appalling to most in Forsyth County. Did you guys know that? I mean, all over the United States, there's probably at least one per state. At least one town per state has a history like this where our government was involved in either the direct dissemination of and bombing of, or supported the bombing of, or then it helped cover up what happened instead of persecute those people. So Georgia's Lake Lanier, deadly history. The legend has it that the ghost of a long dead woman roams the lake in a flowing blue dress. Mysterious arms reach out for swimmers from the watery depths. Angry spirits call people homes to submerged graves. These are the spooky tales of the haunted Lake Lanier in the foothills of northern Georgia for decades. Isn't that horribly scary? So what had happened was the U.S. Army of Engineers wanted to create a lake to provide Atlanta with power and water. That's what they're saying now. And the government offered the locals money for their farmland, and they said, yeah. But at first they assured the landowners that they would be paid for the true value of their land and the buildings. But they found that the hard price, that didn't happen. Eventually, some 700 families sold a total of 56,000 acres. Okay, did they? But what lies beneath? There's barns, there's wooden structures, there's major infrastructure at the bottom of Lake Lanier. And these people right here just come and float on top of it. That's crazy, you guys. So you know that scary movie, The Lady of the Lake? It's about Lake Lanier, you guys. Isn't that crazy? Let me see. Let's keep going. I'm still looking for that 40 acres and a mule. Exactly. Does everybody know what that's about? So after Black people were freed from slavery, they were promised 40 acres and a mule so that they could start their lives and have a springboard to start their life off of. And we never got it. There was supposed to be a chicken in every pot and 40 acres and a mule. Yeah, right. Okay. As soon as they are doing good, they come and tear it all up. Hi, baby. Good morning. Yeah. And then that's the other thing. People are always saying things to Black people like, oh, why don't you just go and build something and do something and da-da-da. Check your history books, person, before they change everything to we were workers from slaves, okay? It's in there. Some of the stuff is in there. We had many thriving Black people. Look at us. We are unique, special, talented, intelligent, can make something out of nothing. I mean, our melanin is practically a superpower. We can look at it. I can prove it to you. It protects us from radiation. It makes us hear better. It makes us see better. It makes us taste better. I mean, it literally does. Okay. So for the world to pretend that we never made anything after slavery or before is a disservice. And we've had many thriving Black Wall Streets. We've had many thriving towns. We had the freaking beach that just had to get returned to the people over here in California. Bruce's Beach had to get returned because they came in eminent domain, this Black people's beach, and turned it into a public park for years, and the people just got it back. Okay, so we've had a lot of shit, but it constantly gets thwarted with the government's help. Yes, Kiki. Serious level 8 conspiracies that talk about the real history. Yes. They used World War I to exterminate a lot of Blacks. Yep. And then told us who's, yep, in catacombs. Hello. See, some of y'all knew it was Lake Lanier. That is pretty, right? It was pretty. And it's still pretty, but I'm not going to use a graveyard for recreation. If you want to fall down a rabbit hole, look into the world fairs. Your mind will melt. Oh, man. Insane how they did it. And it's not talked about. Never talked about. Never talked about. I'm in Georgia. Never been there because people are always not. I heard that. I heard a lot of people get unalive there. That's where one actress died. Yes. Oh my God. She totally did. What was she in? Was she the one that was in Glee? Yeah, the Glee actress. Was that Lake Lanier she was in? Actress. Drown. Oh, she was in Lake Piru with her 4-year-old. That was so weird. That was like that. Oh man, that was so sad. That was so sad to me. But yeah, that wasn't Lake Lanier, but she was at a lake for sure. I wonder if that lake has a haunting history too. Yep, not going there. Lakes freak me out too. Like I love going to Lake Tahoe with my family. We go every year. And I love going there, but there's even stories about Lake Tahoe, not that it was a town covered up, but that's something at the bottom of Lake Tahoe made the people want to go to space is the story. So do you guys know that story? So Lake Tahoe is one of the deepest lakes in the world. And some scientists created a submarine to try to get to the bottom of it. And the submarine was attacked by something. And the scientists that came out of the submarine that was in Lake Tahoe got out of the water of the Lake Tahoe and went and decided to make freaking NASA instead. Okay. Because he was like, we're not ready for what's down there. Let's go to outer space. At least that's what the story is. Let me make sure. Because I repeat that story all the time. And NASA Lake Tahoe connection. A 15-year mission to, let's see, Lake Tahoe from Emerald Bay, NASA, satellite data. Anyway, that'll be another rabbit hole for another day. But yeah, even that lake though freaks me out. Totally freaks me out. Natashki, Crystal Lake did it for me. Really? ST said, they made the judge retire who made the judgment, 40 acres and a room, right? They always want to go back on their word. That we don't get no 6 apologies, no nothing. How can you build something when you were made to, right? How you can build something when you were made to work for free. It takes generational wealth to get that kind of money and create something of your own. Exactly. Glee. Yes, it's a very scary lake. Oh, it was in California. Yeah, all the lakes are freaking weird. Lake Tahoe. I feel really at peace there. But yeah, I don't go to the middle of Lake Tahoe. Like I do the skirts. Whenever we get our boat, I'm on the skirts. I get so scared of the deepest part. Like I was on my jet ski and I was so freaking scared, you guys. Oh my God. But it was exhilarating, but overall, I was terrified. Deep water freaks me out too, Natasha. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so that was a rabbit hole about the reparations. I wanted to touch on that. I think that nationwide we need reparations. I'm glad that California is taking the initiative. I mean, leave it to California. We went on lockdown first, and we're a very progressive state, and that might be why your girl is the way she is. I got raised in a very progressive, diverse, inclusive type state that helped shape this mind that I have. And I'm here for this. I'm here for it, you guys. I'm here for it. Okay. What'd she say? Just some casual rabbit holes. Yeah, nothing to see here, folks. Just a couple of rabbit holes. Nothing to see here. Watch your step, though. Watch your step. Don't want you falling in. Don't want you falling in. So, okay. Now let's look at oh, okay. Okay, that's what we were gonna look at next. If we wanted to this other part, one other part, let me see. I said naughty love a lot of stuff. Um, this. Okay, one last thing about the two subjects we've spoken on already. There's a whole design in place, you guys. A design.
Wow. They got a playbook against you Negroes. Play it again.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
This was in the 1940s.
Playing by manual.
Wow.
They
got a playbook against you Negroes.
Let's listen one more time.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
This was in the 1940s.
You guys, did you guys ever hear that before? Now, I've heard stuff like that before. I've heard a lot of different things. I heard a lot of different things, y'all. A lot of different things. And I wanted to share that with you. Let me see. I think I sent, these are all I send stuff to people. So that's how I keep track of it. Let's see. There's one other little thing I wanted to show us as far as what we're talking about. Seeing as how we're going on history. Oh, did you guys hear about how San Francisco is going to start using robots to patrol? And oh, not to worry, they're not going to have guns. They're only going to have bombs. Did you guys hear that? It's a true story, you guys. Let's just throw that in there real quick. It's true. It's really true. I don't know what other state is doing that. I mean, I love California and everything, but that's cray-cray. Okay, where's the story I posted? I'm into Christmas trees, you can see. Where'd it go? How long ago did I send that to her? It wasn't seem this far ago. Here it is. Wait, where'd it go? Here it is. Oh, not this. Wait, is it this one? It's this guy. Oh no, that's not the one. Let's go back. Well, the one I'm looking for is about the actual design of communities when they made up like the suburbs and whatnot. And oh, here's the list of other places that were destroyed.
They were tried, convicted, and sentenced to death in a single day. And after they were executed, a mob of white men terrorized, drove out, or killed all the black people in the surrounding area. And they did that until the entire black community of Oscarville disappeared. The county went from having over 1,000 black residents in 1912 to 0 in 1920. That story is so sad, it makes this story look like a comedy. After the black community had been run off, the white people of Forsyth County said, you know what we could use? A big old lake. So they made one, right where the town of Oscarville had just been. They flooded the area and literally covered up the entire town with water. This is what it looks like right now. But the town is still under there. The homes and churches and schools, they're still down there. And now people go boating on top of them. Compared to that, this is truly a rom-com. Now, you might be thinking, what a weird, isolated incident. But just like the rat who ate the pizza in the subway, this story is both crazy and common. Ever heard of Collegia, Alabama? It was once a thriving black community with a black college, the first black railroad, and literally hundreds of family homes. Today, it's Lake Martin. At least they had the decency to name it after a black person. And if you think this kind of thing only happened in the South, let me introduce you to a place called Central Park. It's named after that coffee shop on Friends. Central Park used to have a black community in it called York Hill. But the city of New York destroyed York Hill so that they could build the Central Park Reservoir. Because if there's one thing New York needs, it's another place for ducks to hang out. But if you come here, don't try and feed those ducks. They are very aggressive. Mess around and lose a finger. Now, when the residents of York Hill were kicked out of their homes, they fled to another black community nearby called Seneca Village. And then a few years later, New York destroyed Seneca Village too, so that they could build Central Park on top of it. The craziest part of this story is that I work a few blocks away from a place where the government disappeared 2 black communities. And until recently, I didn't know about any of it. You know why? Because it worked. They tried to erase black communities and they came way too close. But now there are people doing the research. So we are finally learning about places like Henry and McKee Islands, which is now located under Lake Guntersville in Alabama, and Vanport, Oregon, which is now located under Delta Park. And all of these towns, which are currently literally under...
You guys, did you know that?
2 black teenagers were...
Did you know that? Oh, did I send it to you, Natasha? Let me see. I probably did. You're right, sis. You're right. I'm surprised you're so far down on my list, Natasha. I send you stuff like all day. Oh, there you were. There you were. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. Oh, this. Okay, we're going back to Balenciaga for a second. Because this is none other than Northwest in a bondage mask walking in the Balenciaga show, you guys. Oh, it's not going to play anymore, you guys. But this is just a photo. This is a still photo of Northwest walking in the Balenciaga show with those bondage bears. And she has on a domination mask. And her mother, Kim Kardashian, walked with her and was very proud of her walking in this show. Very proud of it. Thought North looked great in this black mask that's specifically used for S&M BDS. You guys. Let's see. I send a lot of stuff to Natasha, literally. I could have swore I sent it to my mom, though. There's Kyrie. Oh, yeah, you guys, I'm on Discord. Check me out. Oh, I'm crazy. Oh, was that him? Live stream? No, that's about the levels. Darn, I can't find it, you guys. Okay, let me come back over here. Go here. Because I send stuff everywhere. Save the baby. Okay, well, I can't find it. Anyway, it was an article. It could have been removed, actually. Is it this one? Yeah, they're not playing anymore. Maybe they timed out or something. Oh, well, let's go back here. Okay. So, it was an article on the act of Congress that made it illegal for Black people to own real estate when they were creating suburbs. It was a literal act of Congress. Fair Housing Act prohibited no, not that act. Here it is. It was called the Color Law. And this just has to go to why there is a need for reparations for specifically Black Americans, because there was also for specifically Black Americans the Color Law, which was a forgotten history of how our government segregated America. Okay. So not only Jerry Jones was in on it, but the federal government made it illegal for banks to loan money to African Americans. What the federal government did, the Federal Housing Administration, is guaranteed loans for construction and development. But every home had a clause prohibiting resale to African Americans. The government, the same government that wants your vote, the same government that won't look at reparations, the same government that's having a runoff down there in Georgia, where the Herschel Walker think he's a freaking werewolf or whatever. Yeah, that same government. It refused to insure the homes of Black Americans. So once they did get blown up by white people, they weren't insured. If they got set on fire by the Klan, your house wasn't insured. It was illegal to have insurance for the Black people on their house, you guys. What a fucked up thing to be a part of. Okay? And it's still happening. It's still happening. There's a whole lot of things still happening. But I was tying it all together, how reparations is needed because of the history of not only our government's involvement in, but cover up of the destruction of our thriving Black communities. Okay? Or the stopping of loaning for it or insuring for it as they would normally. The Fair Housing Act ended up ultimately prohibiting the discrimination of all the things that they originally wrote into law that were law that you should discriminate on. It's all fucking, it's freaking Well, I can't. Let's move on. Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to show us is Lachata. I think I sent it. Did I send it to Naughty or did I send it to Diva? I think I sent it to Diva. Yeah, here we go. Did you guys know that Portia and Shamia sing the Star Spangled Banner? I thought that was cute, you guys. Did you like it? I agree, Natasha. I think Portia can sing. I think she sings a lot better than that time she stood up at her first reunion and sang Amazing Grace. I think she sings a lot better. She's all the nerves are out. And Shamia can sing too. I think that was a nice little harmony. Let's see. Fifi says it's not suspicious. No, ST says to Fifi, it's not suspicious. They know what they did because they were definitely culpable. Yeah. And they would have to pay for their crimes. I went down a rabbit hole to find out where racism originated, like who decided what color skin meant. Yes. Your level as a human race, it led me to this 90s presentation of the Table of Nations. Wow. Yeah, that always fascinates me because we were never a color, you guys. You used to be of your country. If you look at any of those old English movies, you were like Bryn of Oakland. You were freaking Joan of Arc. You know what I mean? Like you were freaking of where you were. That was your last name, was where you were. Where the of was the region, right? And then it got flipped into a color thing. Now, in one of my rabbit holes led me to the thing because all the white people didn't used to get along. Like Jewish people didn't get along with Polish people, didn't get along with Italians, didn't get along with Irish, didn't get along with Russian, didn't get along with, pick a race. Everybody was of their country. But then the people that were in charge looked around and they were like, you guys see all this darkness around? There's more of us than there are of them. We need to come together. And so we need to just be called white and they need to be called black. And if we all get called white, then there's more of us all together when we are of Ireland, of England, of Russia, of Germany, of Poland, of Italy, all together. We'll have more numbers than these black people. And that was the story that I heard. And it seemed like it made a lot of sense. Because, the signs used to say no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. The signs used to say no blacks, no dogs, no Jews. The signs used to say no blacks, no dogs, no Polish. Okay? So there wasn't all honky-dory. They used to not get along either. And they only considered themselves all of one race when it came apparent that remaining single to your country meant that there was more black than white. Okay, okay. Let's see. That wasn't that long ago. No, none of it. Redlining happens right now. You guys know what redlining is? You know what redlining is, yeah? Redlining. Redlining is refuse to loan or insure someone because they live in an area deemed poor or financial risk. Yes, exactly. It's very suspicious how we know why this history isn't talked about. Okay, and like ST said, it's not suspicious. They're complicit. And that's also okay, so part of my other thing, you guys, you know how they're trying to stop all this woke? Stop woke. That means stop finding out the facts. Stop finding out what we don't want you to know. Only learn the whitewash version and repeat it exactly, or you're a troublemaker and you're woke. Let us change the history textbooks and say that slaves are just workers and immigrants. Let us do that. Stop being woke. Stop going around us and finding out other writings from other countries and histories and finding out that we're lying to you. Stop it. Just stay asleep. Don't be woke. It's so stupid. Don't be woke. I know the whole time they're to get to tell Jews never forget. But you got to stop the black people from being woke. But Jews can never forget. But black people need to stop being woke. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Yes, the mask meant that you're submissive. Yes, on a 9-year-old. It's a GIMP BDSM mask. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Kim doesn't care about those kids. She's just using them. She just needed a source of melanin for her vampire facials. She probably bloodlets her kids, allegedly. Because you know she loves those vampire facials where she takes her blood and puts it back on her face. But if you take melanated blood and pull it on your face, I bet you look younger longer. So you needed a supply. She got 4 kids, four supplies of melanated at her fingertips. Okay? That's just hey. It could be. It's allegedly. The GI Bill, which put middle class, was denied to black people. Yep. Even after fighting in the war, the bill was made it possible, yep, for the suburbs to exist. Exactly. Even after we fought in their fucking wars, you guys, they put things in place to stop us. So imagine, you're not a slave anymore. You're considered a former equal. You go and fight in a war to prove it. This is your country too. You get back and they're like, fuck you, live on the street. You still not getting the same things that the other soldiers got, even though both your lives were on the line fighting for the same country. It's disgusting. I went down a rabbit hole. Yep. Oh, wrong page. Go down. Portia can sing. I agree. I thought the duo, Sin City from NOLA is in the house. What you say? Thanks for being here. It came down to Noah's great sons and the ancient Assyrians and the Indians. Started the telecasting. Stay woke. Stay woke. You guys, I was doing a play on words. You guys know how much I love words and stuff. That's why the Slavs all stuck together in their own community when they got to Ellis Island. Other country immigrants did this as well. Exactly. Because there's strength in numbers, you guys. Most races were classified by their locations, like Mongol, Coscoid. Yes, Mongoloid, Coscoid, yes. I found that the Ottoman Empire enslaved my ancestors during the Crimean slave trade. No way. The Ottoman Empire, is that I had done some digging on the Ottomans before. It was a Turkish empire. Yeah, it controlled much of Southeast Europe and Western Asia and Northern Africa. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. The way the boundaries for certain countries have changed over the years and centuries is amazing to me. Crazy amazing. Okay, let's see. Natashki says that's where the word slave comes from, Slav. Never knew this until recently. Yeah, you were the one that told me that. I was like, no way. I did not understand that. And that is so cool to know that, because I was wondering where they got slave from. I was literally wondering. Okay, so we did the Shamia and Portia. And then I also had, oh my God, you guys, can I even show it to you? Yeah, I'm going to have to stop my share so I can go to this email that I got so you guys don't see my password for my email. That's in Gmail. And it's in my larger email. Let's see. Because you know what? I got an invitation to a petition the other day, y'all. And I was outraged. They offended me. Here it is. Okay, can I make it so... how do I do this? Move to inbox. I want this to hide side panel. Okay, that helped. It's so little. Damn it. Okay, I think I might have to do it like that. Okay, no. Let's put this down and put this up. So I got a petition, you guys. I got an invitation for a petition the other day. And I was very taken aback. Elaine Hartgate is in the freaking house, Elaine. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love when you pop over. Thank you, Elaine. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. Okay, here I'm going to present. I'm going to share the screen, share the window, share the window, share the window. And now I have to make this big so you guys can see it, okay? And I'm just going to read the thing and then I'll make it small again. So can you guys see that now? So you guys know my real name is Leah, right? That's what the L in larger curves is. So this is from change.org. Leah, Kanye West has been suspended from Twitter after he posted an image of a swastika inside a Star of David. This is the latest in a long history of anti-Semitic comments on social media. Nathan is urging Spotify to remove West's music from its streaming platform. Add your name now. Remove all of Kanye's solo work from streaming platforms. They almost have their 1,500 signatures. I did not sign. Here's what it asked me. It says Kanye West has recently made some statements praising Hitler and denying the Holocaust after over a month of making harmful anti-Semitic statements. Our society has no place for people who spread that kind of hate to be making millions off their work. I call on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon Music and other streaming platforms to immediately remove all of Kanye West's solo albums and singles from their platforms. By doing this, I hope we can limit Kanye's influence on society by eliminating his ability to make money off of people streaming his music. His statements are virtually irredeemable. And the time has finally come for him to receive a major punishment. We cannot let him continue to influence our youth and our society as a whole. Please sign this petition. So that's what it asked me to sign. And I politely told him, kiss my ass. I told him I wasn't signing shit. I told him I'll sign when I get a petition about them changing the word slave to workers in the textbooks. I'll sign when I get a petition that wants to take Jerry Jones' team away from him for being part of the segregation thing, because that was harmful. I told him I'll sign when art isn't art and free speech isn't free speech. That's when I'll sign. Okay? That's when I'll sign. Yes. You never knew that, huh? Unbelievable. I just wish they had this energy for every group receiving hate. Exactly. Yeah. Sheila Mack is in the house. Thanks for coming through, Sheila. Right on. Yeah, I can't even, John, I can't. Well, looks like they had time today, right? Right? I didn't even know. So there's this petition going around. It all starts with a petition. I'm going to start a petition so that, yeah. No, I'm, okay. So I feel like, okay, did you guys know the symbol that he posted? Let's see, the symbol that Kanye posted. Symbol Kanye posted. Star of David. I don't even know how to post swastika. Let's see, are they gonna? And so not only did he post it, here it is. I'm gonna show it to us. There it goes. So here is what was posted on Kanye's page. And you can see that it's a Star of David and it has this in the center. And it says, love everyone, love speech. And that's what Ye posted on his thing. And then he wrote, let's always remember this was my final tweet, along with the picture of Elon Musk in his shorts. So Elon suspended his account, and he said that, just clarifying that his account is being suspended for incitement of violence. So they said that the picture incited violence, and it wasn't for the unflattering picture of Elon in his swim trunks. Kanye West posts on Truth Social and Twitter accounts has been temporarily locked for 12 hours after posting a swastika. Okay, so does anybody know what that symbol means? That symbol is a symbol for a religion. And he did not create the symbol. This symbol is available pretty much anywhere. Star of David. It's Aurelian. Raelian is what it's called. The Raelian symbol. Let's put that in here. I was looking for air. R-A-E-L-I-A-N. Let's go to what it means. So Raelianism is a religion, you guys, also known as a movement. It's a UFO religion. So leave it to Kanye. You know he always talks about how he's an alien and that he didn't mean to alienate. He's just an alien, but he doesn't mean to alienate. So Raelian movement is a UFO religion that was founded in the 70s in France by Claude Van Horn, who's known as Rael. And the scholars of this religion classify Raelianism as a cult and new religious movement. So why are people so upset that these people use this for their symbol? Not sure. So if you go to Wikipedia, oh my God, the symbol's readily available on Wikipedia. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is Wikipedia going to get banned? It's a religious movement, UFO religion, Episcopal, Order of Angels. It's worldwide. The headquarters is in Geneva. The founder is Rael. In 1974, the group is formalized in the International Raelian Movement, IRM. The Raelian Church teaches that extraterrestrial species known as Elohim created humanity using their advanced technology. An atheistic religion, it believes that Elohim have historically been mistaken for gods. And it claims that throughout history, Elohim had been created, and it created human hybrids that served as prophets. Among the prophets are Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad, the Rael himself being the final prophet. And they believe that since Hiroshima in 1945, the age of apocalypse is upon us. And yeah, so it's a whole movement. And he got banned for his belief. This is a medallion with that symbol in there. The Raelian symbol. They wear this symbol medallion to identify their beliefs. And they be walking around promoting the religion with this symbol all the time. So I'm not sure how he's in so much trouble about it. But yeah, here it is right here. It's called Raelism. Let's see what the comments are saying. Right? Both symbols have many different meanings throughout our ancient history, people. Exactly. My son's name is Elon too, but he's a great young man in grad school. Oh, awesome. Congratulations, Sheila. Chinese and other cultures use this symbol as good luck. Hello. I just read an article, right? Kanye is an alien. Herschel is a werewolf. We can't keep up. Exactly. I saw a real UFO once. It was terrifying. It was glowing orb. It was casually floating in a field and then floated up. I was just like, not today. I know, right? Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I've had 2 UFO sightings. Yes. But yeah, that's a Raelism. But not when Kanye posted. When Kanye posted, we gotta make it something that it's not. We gotta go back to what that other thing say. What did that other video say we need to do to people, you guys? Look, we played it. Remember, we played the other video that says What did it say? Remember, don't forget.
They playing by manual.
Wow.
They got a whole
They got a playbook against you Negroes.
Right.
Play it
In
again.
1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
This was in the 1940s.
They playing by manual.
Okay. So don't forget, there's a plan and a design. So when Kanye does this, the plan from the 1940s is when somebody that you need to control is out of control, you label them something in public like an anti-Semitic to get the public against him. Okay? So we're seeing it all play out. But I had to read you that petition. It's crazy. The hate runs deep, but there's no petition for Jerry. That's fine. There's no petition for Balenciaga. That's fine. But Kanye needs a petition. There's not a petition for Trump. I haven't got a petition for Trump yet, but Kanye needs one, you guys. One other thing, real quick. We're coming up here. Where's the other thing I was looking at? Now this is for BET. Just real quick. Candace has a new movie, and this is from her movie Hush on Black.
Damn, what's taking so long? You know justice never sleeps.
And oh, that's not Chris. I don't want to get copyrighted on it, but so there's this movie called Hush on All Black. It's out now. And new episodes will drop also on every Thursday. And Candace Dillard-Bassett is in this new movie. Can't wait to watch it. I love that she's branching out. You know, for a girl who got mollywopped 2 years ago, God is certainly rewarding her for keeping her hands to herself. Okay? Certainly doing it. Had to share that. Let's cross that off the list. Then I have, Mia. Here we go.
Wendy sharing with Ashley, Karen, and Candace that Peter Thomas told her that Mia had allegedly done some snake-ish to Peter's girlfriend. This is what Mia has to say. She says, "Peter's girlfriend and I are childhood friends. We grew up together, and we have gone through ups and downs, as rightfully so when you're friends with someone for that long. I have spoken with her since the show aired, and she's..."
So that was DJ Richie Sky talking about what we're going to talk about next, which is Mia. That was not what I meant to play. We actually have to go to the search for this. And let's search for Aya. Is that this one? Yes. Okay, so this is Mia's mom. Mia's mom has entered the chat, you guys. Not Mia's mom. Wendy Osefo's mom has entered the chat. Okay, so after we saw Mia on Real Housewives of Potomac assault Wendy with wine and then try to beat her about her head with the purse and then ostracize her because she didn't get any good licks in. Wendy's mom entered the chat, you guys, and I was here for every freaking... Yes, where's the petition for exploited children? Yes, crazy. So Mia's mom went to and got in the chat, and she posted this picture of Wendy. I mean, damn, I always get Wendy and Mia mixed up. I don't know why. Oh my God. And I've heard a couple other YouTubers do the same thing. But Wendy's mother, Ayo Mokuzu, got in the chat against Mia. It says, well, ugly inside out, crater face Mia, a bombastic, ignorant, nonsensical, baseless, wannabe CEO troublemaker. You've bitten more than you can chew. You just messed with the wrong nausea, Mama Bear. Oh, yes. Mia, you assaulted my baby, Dr. Wendy. Ayaga day, sleep, trouble, gon' wake him. Nawala, you defined. Remember, she who fights and run away lives to fight another day. To hell with Mia and Peter. Oh, yes. I say Holy Ghost fire on Mia and Peter. And thunderous amen. Okay? So you know your girl, Larger Curves. I'm like, what? So Mia decided she wanted to answer back, you guys. And Mia says, Nigerian, yes. I can wave the flag because it's in my DNA, mama. Nawala you. But sis, you too busy trying to defend. She never once took time to find out we from the same land. So take your thunderous self on and Holy Ghost fire and repent. P.S. My family knows your family. So tick tock, mama. We don't receive threats kindly. I didn't hear a threat, but yeah. Let's see. So then it went further. And she said, apparently you do not the mom says to Mia, apparently you do not understand the definition of a threat, uneducated, classless crater face. You should be worried about physically assaulting my daughter and issue an apology. As I mentioned earlier post, the prosecution is watching. The mom said again to Mia, you should shut up and genuinely apologize. You have a mouth, you should use it and not physically attack my daughter. Free speech, Mia. Who do you think you are assaulting? My daughter? Your action was seen all over the world. Holy Ghost fire on you and Peter. She continues, rubbish. You are a disgrace to whatever you stand for. Make thunder. You should shut up and start apologizing. I worked so hard to raise my children. And when anyone brings harm to them, you have me to contend with. You can have a Nigerian flag all you want. You are not a Nigerian, and you do not represent us. Oludo, onye Allah, onye seen it. Yes, she said. And then she continued some more, you guys, to Mia. She says, with your stupidity, public disgrace, lack of home training, etc., I wonder what you teach your children. You pride yourself in being a wayward woman. What a shame. CEO my foot, make thunder on you. Peter, whatever you stand for, make thunder fire you. And Peter, whatever you stand for. If my daughter mouth off on you, mouth off back. No physical attack. Don't mess with my daughter. She has become a long way to be to be what she is today. Classy, highly educated, gorgeous, even without makeup. You don't understand the meaning of a threat. Please use your dictionary, Olodu. Let's see. And then she finishes off with also, she thinks she is Mia Mayweather at Mia Thornton. Onye ochi newelko madu. Onye ala ude unamui. Oh, she's a typical Eluki. And then she said some more. The mom said some more to Mia in their mother tongue. Wahala Kapai, Alori, Baruku, Olodu, number one. And then she continues. Mia Thornton, you think you are Mia Mayweather, right? So TikTok to hell. Look at your written English. You can't even write good grammar. Shame on you. You don't even know the flag means. You put your filthy hands down. Nonsensical, non-entity, ignorant babe. Loro tu fueke why? Onya la ile me. She went in, you guys. She went in. And then other people were coming in saying stop with the Nigerian. Mama Bear is not happy with you. But yeah, she was getting tag team between that and the tag team from Miss Tita. So you guys know Miss Tita, right? On YouTube. Go to Tita Talks. And just real quick, was this from the other day? Oh yeah, this was funny. Shout out to Tita Talks.
I've been using Kickoff for about 8 months now. My credit score went.
She went in too. So Tita Talks is a YouTuber. Shout out to her. Mims is going to do a part 2 interview with her next week. He had part 1 last night. You should check it out. She said she is the sister to Jacqueline. Real Housewives of Potomac will be on tonight, you guys. Mia this season brought a friend on, air quotes, named Jacqueline. Jacqueline and her go back years to before Mia's pole days and whatever. And Miss Tita Talks is the sister, the blood sister of Jacqueline. She knows Mia for a very long time. She was actually the nanny for Mia when the show aired. Until the day the season 7 aired this year, she was literally the nanny for Mia in their home. After Mia dogged her sister out by playing a video of a DV situation the day 7 season premiered, which was also her premiere on television, Jacqueline had rented out a club. All her friends were invited. They were all going to see her on TV. They were going to come celebrate, this new chapter of her life and this new endeavor. And everybody was set to come. So what did Mia do? Mia released a video that morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and they're on the East Coast. Mia released a video at 10 a.m. And the video was of a DV situation while Jacqueline was pregnant. Her and her dude were funking and they got into it, and it was videotaped, and Mia played it on her video, on her Instagram. And then Mia tagged freaking Bravo. Mia tagged Bravo in it and said something about she doesn't condone violence or something, and she was concerned. This is the same person she brought on the show as her friend. Now, a couple of weeks ago, anybody who's paying attention over here in Larger Curves world, I said that Jacqueline is to Mia what Gigi was to Monique, meaning that they were going to be the ones to reveal their true natures. And it happened again. Because her and Mia ended up falling out right before the show started. So Mia's way of getting back at Jacqueline was to post this on the day that she was making her premiere in the streets of Bravo. And then when Tita called her about it, because Tita was her nanny, like she had left work that night, was going to go to her sister's viewing party or whatever. They all get the ding. Even another kid she nannies for was like, Miss Tita, did you see the video of Aunt Jacqueline? And it was the video of her fighting with her dude, a DV situation. They're good now. It was just a moment in time. Like, it was probably hormones or whatever, allegedly. But so Tita is the sister of Jacqueline, and she is activated, you guys. She is beyond activated because of the what happened to her sister. So I just wanted to hear like 3 minutes, a minute of what Tita says. I don't own the rights to this. Shout out to Tita. Go follow both her channels.
I ain't asked you to suck nobody's dick. I just want you to subscribe, okay? And if you don't come the fuck back, that'll help me out, okay? Because I'm trying to get to 1K over there, okay? Okay? That's all. It ain't gonna get work, bitch. That has never, let me get some visuals. That has never been a problem or an issue. Never been an issue. Because one thing's for two and two things for certain. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. It's always, people are always going to need that kid. Somebody always going to need a babysitter. Somebody always going to need their house cleaned. Somebody always going to need a nanny. Huh? That, I don't even worry about that. Huh? See, right now I'm just chilling. I ain't fucking video of her and Patrick off here. Can you do that? Can you erase everybody? Nobody knew her when nobody knew her. So no, fuck your words, fuck your text, fuck you, bitch. And I mean that. I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of the depths. It's too late.
Yes, it was from 4 years ago.
It's too motherfucking late. Every time I go into YouTube, my motherfucking sister is splattered all over it. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not taking a video down. No. Bitch, no. No, I'm not. Unless you can get her motherfucking video of her and Patrick off here. Can you do that? Can you erase everybody's mind? Can you do that? Huh? Well, then that's your answer if I'm going to take a video down. And you don't mean none of that shit that you said on there. You a fake, phony ass little girl. You fake as fuck. And I don't give a fuck who don't like you. Kiss my motherfucking flat ass, okay? All of y'all motherfuckers. Because y'all don't know me for all the DMs and messages I'm getting. You don't know me, bitch. Y'all don't motherfuckers don't know me. This ain't even supposed to be on here. This is personal business. Okay? That shouldn't even be on here. But somebody wanted it on here. And now we're here. Understand that. Okay? Understand that. We're here because of somebody else's behaviors. Okay? Because I work real hard on not doing people grimy. Unless they're going to grimy me. And this is a situation where I had to be grimy. And you put yourself in my shoes, bitch. I don't want to talk about this no more. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move the fuck on. You know, people that ask me, I done got to ask about maybe 50 interviews. I don't really do interviews. I don't do interviews. I don't interview well. I'm a freestyle motherfucker. When I feel something, I talk about it. But I have to feel it. I'm not a person that can write something down and this is what I'm going to discuss. I don't want to hear the shit. Because it wasn't right what you did. I'm not the bully. I'm not the bully. I ain't never want this to happen. I tried to talk to you. Jackie tried to talk to you. You didn't want it. Now that you're getting another your ass tore off in. Now it's now it's something different. You fake and you phony. And none of those words in that text meant shit to me. I didn't even read it, like I said. Why read it when it's not real? Why read it when it's not heartfelt? If it was heartfelt, you would have called. If it was heartfelt, you would have said, you know what, can we meet somewhere? That's what you did. That's what I would have done. If I fucked up so bad with somebody, and I didn't want something. First of all, you should have realized you was living in a glass house to begin with, huh? Before you started fucking with something that I love. That's number one. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how much Jackie can be late sometimes. How sometimes she can be whatever. That's my motherfucking sister. That's my sister, baby. I changed her diapers. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't know how you operate with your sisters, but I'm gonna tell you how I operate with mine. It's in the thumbnail. That picture is in the thumbnail. Those girls on there, they mine. And I'm the oldest, bitch. We don't have no brothers. But guess what? I'm the motherfucking nigga. I'm the brother. Huh? The fuck? You, yeah. Huh? Ain't no gowns down here, bitch. Ain't no heels, ain't no purses. Nothing but realness. This all you gonna get. This motherfucking what's on the dome and in my heart, in my soul. How what you gonna get from me?
I love her.
No, it's too late. The answer is no. The answer is no. The only way I do that, I'll take them all down and I'll shut the fuck up. But you need to apologize to Jackie. And I want it publicly. And I want it at the reunion. You want me to shut the fuck up? You want me to I burn them receipts. You need to apologize to Jackie. You ain't gotta apologize to me. Because it wasn't never about me. It really wasn't. You ain't heard shit when you try to defame my character, bitch. You apologize to Jackie. She deserves it. Because those scales of that little cat fight that y'all had, the disagreement, she never did nothing to you. I asked her again. I called her tonight. And she's away on travel with her job, her real job. She's in her hotel room, in her suite, bitch. And I called her, and she couldn't get to me right away. She says, I'm in a meeting, I gotta call you back. And I said, I need to ask you a question. Straight up, sis, call me back. Call me fucking back. She called me back before I made this video. I asked her again, you sure you ain't do nothing? What did you do to her? What did you do to her? I always ask her, what did you do? Did you do anything that I don't know? She said, Dion, I would tell you. She told me some little bullshit. It ain't match up with what you did and how you did her. You was poking her because you thought you had some new friends, bitch. You brought her on there to make a mockery of her, and I don't appreciate that. And I know I'm talking about something that I ain't got nothing to do with. But you did. Like you got a lapdog, bitch. You ain't got that. You need to be appreciative of Jackie. And you said that in the text that you appreciate my family. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. What it is you fuck with the wrong one. That's what you don't want. That's why you saying that. That's why you saying that. I don't appreciate it. You trying to catch my heartstrings. Because see, I loved on you. I was there, even though I was getting paid, but you wasn't paying me nanny rate, bitch. We was doing something for each other. And I never did nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. And if I did, you never said it. And I asked you, is there any problems here? Is there anything I could do better? Is there something that you don't like I need to improve on? You never, it was always, no, you're fine, you're good. You know, this is fucked up. We didn't have to be here. I'm not going on no text with you. I'm not. Nope. From here on out, it's on these screens. Until you apologize to her. Anymore. I just couldn't sit still. I found that I couldn't sit still. Like.
So that is Tita, you guys. Isn't she freaking fantastic? Don't we love Tita? Oh my gosh. Go follow her over there. She goes in, you follow her journey of recovery also. She talks about how she did smoke crack. Yes, she did she did do heroin. And Mia actually tried to weaponize her recovery against her. And that's one of the things she mentioned in there was that people are always going to need nannies, because Mia actually went after she posted the video from 4 years ago. Yes, she saved a video of her best friend being traumatized from 4 years ago and saved it to use against her. That's the kind of person we're dealing with, okay? And so then when Tita went in on Mia the first time on her channel, because actually Tita's had her channel, let's go look. Tita's had her channel for some time. Look, if we go to Tita's channel and we go to about, oh look, she's live right now. We should listen. She's had her channel since 2014, you guys. Let's look. Bam. She's had her channel since 2014. So she did not start this channel to talk about Mia. Okay? Tita has had this channel since 2014. And it says right here in her description, former dope fiend, crackhead. For years, I thought it was all I'd ever be. And then one day clarity hit her and she mustered up enough courage and hope that she could change. And this is her channel. It's a window into her life and of her come up. And she sees each day as a come up to be changed for the better. Isn't that beautiful? She gives me goosebumps, you guys. I love that. I feel her energy is good.
Not like this. I just never. I don't think if I wouldn't have said anything, you would have never contacted me. You would have never contacted my mama. You wouldn't have never tried to text me. If I hadn't never said anything and stood up for my sister, you wouldn't have did any of that.
So she's live right now, you guys.
I did it because I was coming strong. And you releasing that video on her and the world finding out who she was through that video. That's how they met Jackie. Just remember that. Remember that. Little girl, the world met Jackie first, initially, by seeing her act like that. Okay? That's how they met her. She didn't even have a chance to come and be on a show and show herself. It was all through. That's how she came out. And although the public was forgiving and saw through it, but that's not what you wanted. You wanted her to get beat up by the public and see that. You wanted her. No. I just want you to realize.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Because of what you did. So I'm just trying to understand how, because I said what I said and made videos on how I felt. And how I felt. That I'm Big Bad Wolf. Huh? So sick of this shit. Like, I'm so sick of this shit. I mean, I know my channel has grown and everything like that, and that's fine and dandy, and I appreciate y'all. But that's not what I came on here to do. Why I did this. That's not why I did this. And this damn fly, I don't know where my fly swatter is.
I love her.
Yeah, so just again, Jackie ain't got nothing to do with this. And that is real. She ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so you guys go check out Tita. Let's get back over here. But I love that you want to see my fuck around find out thing again? The orphan spirit, yes. But I heard that was a lie too. I heard that was a lie. Did you guys hear that was a lie? Tony Robinson's in the house. Sheila Mack, Fifi, Natasha, everybody's here. I think I said hi to everybody that I see. But I see Tony just got here. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the true orphan spirit. But did you guys hear that it might have been a lie? That Mia was not an orphan, that her mom was a lovely lady growing up, and that the reason she left is because she didn't want to follow the rules? Yes, so she just lies. I don't know what to believe, what not to believe with her. I love this guy. Yes, he's very awesome, right? Let's do it one more time because I love his.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Isn't that the best lesson of life? And I think Mia should have paid more attention to that because she was definitely effing around with the wrong one that day. Okay, so we did that one. Let me go back here. I think we just have Monique. Okay, first let's do Nick Cannon. I think I sent it to Cheryl. I'm pretty sure I sent it to Cheryl. It was hilarious, you guys. I thought this was so cute.
And thanks to me, the world now has 8 billion people. But my job's not done. It's time to do some online Christmas shopping. And based off the baby mama to kid ratio, we got a whole hell of a lot of gifts to buy. Let's go.
Isn't that funny? So I thought that was really cute that 3 days ago, Nick Cannon posted this on his channel.
Daddy's got this. It's going to be a merry Christmas. I didn't get none of this stuff when I was a kid. You know what my daddy got me? A stick. He used to call me Stick Cannon. No, I can't afford the whole Lakers. Maybe one of them. All these damn gifts, y'all just don't want to go to college. Where are you going to put a dolphin, little girl? Huh? Oh, yeah, your mama do got an island. Never mind. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna work on the door. Happy holiday. From my big ass family to yours. Yeah, how much can I get for this kidney? It's almost the holidays. And thanks to me,
So he posted that, you guys, and I thought it was really cute. But then he ended up posting this. My God. So he posted the other video we saw 3 days ago. And then 1 day ago, he posted from the hospital, you guys. It says, okay, so I guess I'm not Superman. I promised myself I would never be back in this place again, but this is a great lesson to take care of you, or you won't be able to take care of everyone else. Don't trip, though. I don't need any well wishes or prayers, just some solid rest, and I'll be back on the journey to becoming stronger than ever. It's just pneumonia. Nothing I can't handle. Crazy thing is, last night, we was just rocking to a sold-out crowd in Madison Square Garden in front of thousands of fans. Now I'm alone in a tiny hospital room. Life is definitely a roller coaster. Hashtag Lupus Warrior. And I wanted to show that because I love that people can laugh at themselves. You know, he's been getting a lot of flack for procreating. I like this one too. Have you guys seen what the National Geographic determined what Americans will look like in 2050? And everybody was mixed with Nick Cannon. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I love anybody that can like totally just laugh at yourself. He's had so many freaking, he's had more birth announcements than the maternity ward at Kaiser, okay? And he's not stopping anytime soon. I bet there's a baby baking someplace as we speak, even though he has pneumonia. I bet there's another baby baking someplace as we speak. But I thought that it was cute. I was already going to show this commercial that he did, the spoof of him ordering presents. But then when I saw he was in the hospital, I was just like, okay, Nick, we need you alive for all these kids, okay? Because you are a parent that wants to be involved. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we did Nick Cannon. And then Monique. Okay, so that's going to be the last thing. Is that the last thing? Monique Samuels. As you may or may not know, they opted out of here it is. Everybody already knows. This is 5 days ago news that Monique revealed she and husband Chris will not be returning to Love and Marriage DC after season 1 due to rumors. No, it wasn't due to rumors. The reason she said it was due to negotiations. So basically, they tried to give her a Nene contract, I guess, and she wasn't having it. And so in the middle of them negotiating, she decided to announce that she's leaving instead. So that sounds very familiar what Nene did. Weren't they in the middle of negotiations? And then it was taking too long. So Nene said that the negotiations hit a thing. And so she was going to be stepping away. And that's how it happened, right? So Monique, actually, I caught a live of hers. You can catch it in my on my channel here. I did a mashup of her and Candace Dillard Bassett, where they were both going live simultaneously. And so I just went back and forth between lives. And Monique said in that live that it wasn't money. The negotiation stall was not over money. It was over terms. And so I suspect that it might have been over the term. And then she kept saying things like, you can't have us out here looking crazy. It's over the terms. Yeah, we get paid, but you can't have us out here looking crazy. So she may have wanted more rights over the final edit of their characters and how so that when they were perceived by the masses, it wouldn't be, because her first season of Love and Marriage DC did not go as she expected, I'm sure. She ended up a villain again. She brought the girl on the show, that Winter Harris, who I interviewed. Check out the video here. Thanks for coming through, Winter. She did a thing with Winter where she brings her on the show, hypes her up, and then drug her down like she was freaking Denise Richards. And I was like, what had I was not expecting that. And then it got brought out that on Love and Marriage DC, all the couples, so that was Monique Samuels, DJ Fun Size and his wife, and Jamie and his wife, since they were all married couples, they had a pact, pre-production pact, that they wouldn't do X, Y, and Z on film. They left the single woman, Winter Harris, out of that pact. And then they all ganged up on Winter Harris because their pact didn't allow them to do certain things to each other. Okay? So all that came out. So I'm not sure what the terms of a contract could have helped with that situation, because that was just messy and trifling and practically a script, right? I mean, if you guys all have a text thread about what you will and won't talk about, but the other person doesn't, then only one person is really doing improv, right? In my opinion. So anyway, yeah, so she was previously on the Potomac show, and she did one season of Love and Marriage DC, and it was supposed to be like around them as the base couple, and then these other couples we'd never heard about ever before in life were brought on the show also. But they actually ended up, I don't know, like my opinion of the show is that I don't really care about the other two remaining couples. I might catch the show because Winter's still on there, and I would love to support Winter. She's a beautiful woman, talented in every right. So I would like to watch it for her, but I'm not really interested in those other two couples after their shenanigans last season. I'm really not. I feel like I was looking forward actually to seeing how Monique was going to recover, but with Winter, not so much how these other couples are going to interact with Winter. So I'll watch it and see how it goes, see what my eyeballs can handle. But if I ever at any point feel like scratching my eyeballs, I'm turning it off. Okay. But that was one thing I wanted to mention, was that Monique has left the building again, you guys, again. And then, the Georgia runoff, Herschel Walker. I thought it was really funny that Herschel, let's see Obama. That's what we could do. We could stay in here. Let's go back here because I know I sent it to my mama. I'm pretty sure I sent it to my mama. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know that music. Come on now. So Obama was stomping for her Raphael Warnock. He's running for senator in Georgia, and he's running against Herschel Walker. And it came out this week that Herschel Walker, or last week it came out, that Herschel Walker's primary residence is in Texas, you guys. And I'm pretty sure that when you're running for the senator of the state, that has to be your primary residence. So I'm not sure why they're still even having a runoff. But then again, I don't make the rules. And they'll probably change them so that they can fit him in. But yeah, Herschel said that his primary residence on his taxes is Texas. So I don't know how there can even be a runoff in Georgia. It's not your home freaking state, dude. Anyway, let's play this.
Since the last time I was here, Mr. Walker has been talking about issues that are of great importance to the people of Georgia. Like whether it's better to be a vampire or a werewolf. This is a debate that I must confess I once had myself. When I was 7. Then I grew up. In case you're wondering, by the way, Mr. Walker decided he wanted to be a werewolf, which is great. As far as I'm concerned, he can be anything he wants to be, except for a United States Senator. Since the last time I was here, Mr. Walker has been talking about issues
I thought that was hilarious. Hilarious. So now let's see what we can find out. Herschel Werewolf. Herschel Werewolf. Oh no, it says that Herschel's feelings are hurt because of Obama's remarks that he wants to be a werewolf. But let's see the video. Herschel Walker Werewolf Vampire. Here it is.
The other night I was watching this movie. Called Fright Night, Sleep Night, or some type of night. But it's about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people. But I'm telling you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Do you know that? I never do that, so I don't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. You gotta have faith in this country. You gotta have faith in the elected officials. Cool people. But I'm telling you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Do you know that? I never do that, so I don't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. You gotta have.
You see that? Did you guys hear that? And he wants to be like a senator. And he just like praise vampires? And aren't vampires as bad as Hitler, you guys? I mean, shouldn't he have a list of 6 things? Is he being anti-vampire by saying he likes werewolves? I mean, where are the people for the vampires and the werewolves? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a petition any day now because he just praised vampires, you guys. He said vampires are great. And vampires are literally bloodthirsty monsters. Kanye said Hitler was great because he made up the microphone. And is anybody seeing where I'm going with this? Okay, never mind. I'll stop before I get in trouble. Let's see. Go home real fast. Let's take a look at these comments. Get up here. There I am. Oh, I want Monique back on Real Housewives. You do? Like you do, really? Like for real? Just to see if her and Candace talk? Or like because you miss her presence? We need to talk about this, the real John, because I want to know how and why you want her back. I would really like to know because she says she's done with reality TV, but she did also say unless the terms and contracts are right. So I think she's doing I think she was trying to do a negotiation tactic. And so far it hasn't played out in her favor because Carlos did not say, oh, we'll do anything to keep you. He probably has 2.5 babies cooking somewhere. Exactly. Don't blame Monique. Okay, fine. Okay. I think it will be the final as last season. I don't see any of them carrying a show. Yeah, I think that it's going to be the final season on DC also because they cannot carry that show. It was just nobody cares about them. They tried way too hard last season. And yeah, I just don't know. Me either, Curves. Exactly. Not invested in a show without Monique. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it without her there, but I don't necessarily need her back on Potomac, you know? I voted early last Tuesday. Awesome. Yes, you guys. If you're in Georgia, please vote early. Please vote early. I know the voting there is through the 6th, I believe. So if you haven't already, go get out and vote. You know, they're trying to stop all the progress. They basically flooded black polling stations and put a lake on top because they are deciding that, oh, you can't do that anymore, but we're going to celebrate. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, yes, Herschel moved there to challenge him. Okay, yeah, but if you move there to challenge somebody, if that's not the primary place you live, you can move someplace all you want, but if it's not your primary residence where you're paying taxes, you can't participate. I ran for city council and I had to be a member of that community for a certain amount of time just to be on city council, you guys. So Yeah, I don't understand. Exactly, Sheila. Why don't they just disqualify him? Love hearing Obama speak. I know, isn't it nice to hear somebody have a full thought in a sentence? Ugh, yes. Every time I hear Herschel, I want to go read a dictionary. I know, right? He reminds me of a grown buckwheat, you guys. I'm not even being wrong. He reminds me of a grown buckwheat, like a caricature of blackness. It's interesting. Right, Fifi? Exactly. The bigger question is, who's the audience listening to this foolishness clapping? Exactly. Monique being on Potomac will get under Giselle and Robin's skin. It might get under their skin, but they might convince her that it wasn't her fault. No, it'll get under their skin. You're right. It will. It'll get under their skin. I don't know that it's enough to make her to want her back there, though, especially without publicly apologizing with sincerity outside of the show for everything that went down with her and Candace. She still is lying about the glass was thrown, the finger triggered her because her daddy used to poke in her face. I mean, all the excuses and still not zero accountability and zero genuine sincerity as far as an apology. So I don't want to see her mix with that group of people again. I want Candace to keep on thriving. Oh, your daughter's in Georgia. Right on. Monique and Candace need to move forward. Yeah, I feel like they do need to move forward. And after it's been acknowledged correctly, though, acknowledged sincerely and genuinely. Yes. Monique does not need to go back to, Potomac is kind of toxic. And I don't know if she'll backslide in that environment, She might backslide in that environment. So yeah, you guys go vote. Don't sign any petitions unless you agree with them. Candace has a new movie. California has reparations. Portia and Shamia sang. Mia's getting tag teamed. LeBron had thoughts about Jerry. Balenciaga is gross. Monique has left the building. And Cannon is populating America along with everything else we talked about. That was my spiel. Those were the things on the news that broke. Yes, that was Larger Curves news that broke segment. Okay. Yeah, we got to find Candace's movie. Let's see. Let me move this back. Excellent. So that was news that broke with Larger Curves. Let's see. I'm looking up Candace's movie Hush. See, where can we watch this? Masterpiece. Hush. I watched the other movie she was in for the holidays last year, and it was very good. Hush series. Okay, IMBD Hush series is available. Oh, it's no, not the South Korean thing. What is it? Oh. How can I Hush's all black trailer? I don't know. Okay, watch Hush. Oh, okay, so it appears that let's do this. That Hush is available inside of Prime Video, you guys. You can get an all black subscription. And you can only watch it with all black, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to rent this 7-day free trial. Darn, I wish I would have known during Black Friday, because sometimes on Black Friday, Amazon puts their add-on channels on sale for like 99 cents for a couple months. So, but yeah, it looks like you're going to have to get all black in order to see this. It doesn't look like it's available anywhere else. Details. No watchings yet. Related. Yeah. So we'll have to check it out there, you guys. We'll have to check it out. Get back here. Go here. See what these comments are about. Yes, breaking news that broke. There's the link for anybody that would love to come up and I did not get into Kevin Hunter. I'm sorry. I didn't do Kevin. I feel like it's gross for him to be asking for some money. I mean, you went and made a baby. You would have a whole wife. She's a cook. Why do you still need Wendy's money unless you're just like a trifling ass buster? You know? You guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that was that's my shtick and I'm sticking to it. Let's remove this. I did drop the link. Anybody that wants to come up, we got like 15 minutes. I already been on here for 3 hours. Leave a comment below if you guys catch this in the replay. I want to interact. If you guys have any thoughts or some videos you want to see me do, leave a comment. I will get to it. And but that was basically news that broke with larger curves. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming. Yes. This was Larger Curves. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Yes. Thank you for being here. This is just housekeeping stuff. Yes. Back to the comments. Thanks for being here. You're awesome. I appreciate all of you guys. You know, I love coming, and I always feel better when I come on here. Thanks to Fifi. Thanks to Sheila. Thanks to Natasha, John, Tony, Fifi, Sheila. Make It Make Sense, I think, even popped in at one point. This has been an excellent Sunday morning. I was so glad to start my Sunday with you guys. I'll probably end it with you. I'll see you guys out in these YouTube streets. I will see you out in the YouTube streets. Because my Sunday is just getting started. I appreciate that. That was great. I've cooked. Oh, awesome. Yay. Awesome. Okay. Now I got to go do those things before I get caught up in these YouTube streets later. Thanks again for being here. I hope you guys smash the video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can become part of my beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here. And I'll see my curvies in the next video. See you soon. Peace out, you guys.